Okay, so every week when you open this, you'll go to the Playback app, and we rent these tracks. So we do not own them. We rent them, and they are 7-day rentals. So you have to wait till until after Sunday to do it. It makes me feel better if I wait till like Tuesday or Wednesday to do it. I'd hate to do it on Monday and it somehow shuts off on Sunday. But I rent them on Tuesday or Wednesday whenever I set this up, as long as it's ready to go by Thursday night. It'll open last week's session. If it ever, sometimes it'll open it and it brings up another screen that says, do you want to re-rent these? And the answer is no, but the way you do that is you do click and guide for each one rather than rent, and you do it, and then you can go in and do what I'm about to do. So you go up here, you do open set list, and you're going to look for this week's. This is Strategies May 11th. Those are the songs. I want to just double check those are the songs for this week. I know that they are. So I'll start one here. It's going to ask me, do I want to rent it? That one we might own. There's like probably 25 to 50 songs that we owned before I came on. So that one looks like we've already owned that one. Move of God, that's a new one. Rent, selected song. Your Glory, probably owned that one. That's an older one. Jesus Paid It All, rent, selected song. So we get 5 a week to rent. That's the lowest amount you can get. But there's times whenever, like I did a youth group last week, so I had 2 services. So I had 2 songs for youth group, and I had 4 songs for Sunday, so it evens out. We pay for the amount every year to rent. Renting is way cheaper than owning them, and there's no reason to own them. Then you do load, and it'll automatically load everything. Okay, so then the first thing I do is edit, and I go over to the 3 dots on each one of these, and I go down here and I do start pad with song, but I want to do intro and outro because I personally don't like pad through the whole song. It muddies it up when you've got other things going on. If you're by yourself, it's different, but I just like to do an intro and outro with a pad where it just comes in and fades out and then comes in again at the end. You can click on this. Looks like there's no specific pad for that song, which means it would pull in the sounds from that song. So I'll just do a request song pad for future. But that fundamental ambient pad is perfectly fine. Leland, Waymaker, you'll notice probably, there is a Waymaker song pad for that. Update. Oh, I want to tab to update that. Okay. Not sure why it's doing that, but it'll tell you what it needs. You just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jesus Paid It All. Just double check it has its own. It doesn't, so I'm going to request that song pad. And I'm going to go back to this one because I don't think I actually got the... Sorry, let's go back and request song pad. Okay. Update. All right, so then we're done with that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and I know that the first song is by itself. So I just try to think through the service, okay? These 2 in the center are back to back. So I'll do a transition of overlapping those. Overlap and crossfade are pretty much the same. I've literally not been able to find really what the difference is, but they just kind of fade into the other song. Auto link means that it doesn't fade in, it completely stops the song, then goes to the next one. It still starts the next one, but it doesn't overlap it. So I'm going to do overlap on those 2. I know that they're going to be back to back. This one, Move of God, I'm going to continue pad. I don't know yet if I want to cue next song or stay in song, so I'm going to go to the end of Move of God and see what it looks like. Looks like it's a pretty short ending. So I'm going to cue next song. I'm going to cue next song and not start the pad because that could be a pretty quick transition sonically. And so then I would just have whoever's on drums just start the pad as soon as whatever's happening in between. Like last week when you spoke, he started the pad once you started talking, kind of thing. But you see, you can change whatever you want to do. Generally, before the message, I go in here and I do stay in song, continue pad. It gives us a little room to breathe there, see where the Lord's leading. And then at the end, it automatically hits it back to the first song. I don't ever like to do that. I stay in song, continue pad for the last song.
Okay.
So it's all preference. It's just that's what you can do. All right, so now we're going to go through and take out what we're not needing for that week. So we've got drums. I like to leave in percussion and sound effects. Sometimes you'll find out in rehearsal you need to bring these way down if they're just too overwhelming. But we have bass. I leave sub bass in there. Take out acoustic, and then whoever's playing electric, find out from them what parts they're playing and take those out. My goodness, there's 9 electric parts in that song. I always take out as many piano parts as there are. They always handle it back there. Take out BGVs, take out choir. Sometimes I'll use choir, but if I do, I bring it way down in the mix. But generally, no. So just keep going down the road. You don't want drums, don't want bass, don't want acoustic. I don't know about electric yet.
Is this in an SOP, what you're doing right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great.
I'll take out vocals. Your glory just doesn't have. Okay, so we'll go back to that in a second. But I'm glad it's doing that, so I can show you how to fix it. Jesus paid it all. Drums, acoustic guitar, electrics we'll do later. BGVs. Not a lot on that song, actually. Okay, so this one somehow brought it in just as a click and guide. It didn't bring it in with any.
No music. And it won't be on because we're screen video.
Great.
We can
but
change
it's
that.
Weird because it clearly looks like there's music, doesn't it?
Why don't we pause the screen recording?
I can get into it.
Okay.
I'm going to do your glory. Tracks all. Click guide tracks. So I'm going to see if maybe this is a problem here. So I'm going to do delete. I'll show you how to do this. And then you just go in here to Waymaker. It's after Waymaker. And hit that plus sign. I'm going to go into there and go your glory. And see what it brings up. There it is, nothing but the blood. Tracks all. That's very interesting. I've never had this song do that before. So it may be a song that I end up not using tracks on. I just choose the click in the guide. That's okay. But add, it's in the key of D. Let's see. Sometimes they can change the tracks in multi-tracks. For instance, there's a song that I love called Generous Giver that just disappeared off of multi-tracks. And that's copyright stuff that they just, but it can change what you're dealing with. So it's in the wrong key. So I'm going to go in here. D original. Okay, so it does look like that there's probably no tracks on that one, which is fine. We'll just end up using, it's very minimal anyways, so. Continue pad, stay in the song. Done. Okay. We'll play with that later. Okay, so then what you'll do is when you're finished with all of it, you got this red dot up here. You'll just save to cloud. You don't have to name it anything. But what that does is it now has the correct everything to be able to send the charts to ChartBuilder on the iPads. So we are done. I can get into an advanced thing if you want me to do that now.
Sure.
So if I've got a long, let's just say,
Let's stop the video and do a new video.